Good morning. This is Sarah Peasley, hand knitter, coming to you from the Sunrise-ish studio here at Hand Knitter headquarters, Hand Knitter HQ. Man, I cannot figure out how to, here I am. I can't figure out how to start this when I start this. It just kind of starts before I started it. It's just weird. Gray day again. We had some more snowfall. It's pretty. The the ground's still kind of warm enough that I mean, anyway, roads are plowed. It's fine. It's not. Hi, Diane. Good morning. Um, yeah, I wouldn't mind being snowed in for a few days. I personally. Let's go over here. So I'm in real time. I got nothing. Let's have some tea, shall we? I got fancy today. Whoops, wrong one. Got fancy today and pulled out another teacup from the way back collection. This is the Christmas Rose. Oh, this is, oh, it says fine bone. Okay, special flowers. Queen's fine bone china made in England from the Rosina China Company Limited. Christmas Rose. There's all kinds of little markings around there. I don't know. Christmas Rose looks like a strawberry to me. Maybe it is. I mean, strawberry flower, obviously. It's pretty. Is there anything more exciting? Nope, same. You may have noticed, I know Tammy did, because she sent me an SOS kind of. I went ahead and, I just noticed the pretty little bit around the rim. Oops, too far, too close. The little green curly cues. Nice. I went ahead and put my, hi Kelly. So I know a couple people who've been out skiing and they're happy. I know 3 people who've been out skiing and they're happy. But I know it's not the best snow. I was talking to Maria about that yesterday. But she got out. She said the new snow on top of the wet snow. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know anything about skiing. Oh, look, I have bubbles in my tea. Tea bubbles. Tiny bubbles. I went ahead and put all of the hand knitter lives that I had done on Facebook into YouTube with the intention of later, slowly, going through them and adding the show notes, and the show notes sounds so weird. Um, the date that it was recorded instead of all of it probably says it's the date that I uploaded it, which was 3 days ago or something. Anyway, so Tammy's like, I don't think it was that pretty there today. I'm like, that's because that was from like 5 years ago. That one. So anyway, I will try to at least get the dates in there so that it's not quite as confusing. That's the kind of work I like, is like I have a list, I have the videos, I just have to go into each one of the like 50 some or however many and put the date in, just for starters. And that's the kind of thing I like. You spill your colored pencils on the floor, I am your gal. I will pick them up and sort them and put them back in the box, all facing the same way. Let's see, it's probably too hot, but I need it. Oop. Oh, I forgot to lift my pinky. So there's that information, very important information. Oh, snowmen. Yeah, because it's too clumpy and wet. Yeah, so, but we took it the wrong way, Kelly, because that's what we do and we ran with it. We being me and Tammy, not the royal we, although I'm not above using the royal we. I'm not, anyway. It's too early to know if I said that correctly. Yeah, it's clumpy. Maria said it like gets stuck on the bottom of the skis, so in clumps. Like think about when you shovel if you're not a skier like me, like I'm not a skier. if you are shoveling and you get clumps of snow stuck to the shovel, that happens to your skis when the snow's not right. So there you go. But yeah, it's just heavy and wet. Although I think, anyway, I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. So, oh, I pointed exactly to the right spot. See that spider plant that's leaning? So it's been a while since I've had a new cat, new to me cat. Apparently, I don't know where mine is right now, living his best life somewhere in the house. So we are learning about each other. He doesn't really. Oh, he's eating breakfast. That's good. We are learning about each other. Mostly, I'm learning about him because I don't think he really cares what I do as long as I feed him and provide scritches. um, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, so I went to water the plant because it looked like that. You notice that I have cacti, used to be all cacti, but I've adopted some spider plants, which I'm not doing very well with, but they're very hardy unless your cat eats the tips. Now, I'm pretty sure that that's not supposed to happen. Like, that's not good for them. Um, so now all these leaves are flat, like they are truncated because somebody had salad. So I guess I'll have to stick some more hooks in my ceiling. I work with someone who does the snow dance, hoping for it. Oh, it's all my restraint not to poke her with my knitting needles. Yeah. Well, snow dance, like putting on your rally cap, wearing your pajamas inside out. I I am fortunate to work from home. Oh, I think my landscaper just went by, except that would be plowing, not landscaping. Easily distracted this morning, I see. I work from home 6 days a week. So those 6 days, it would be fine with me if I was snowed in. Today, I need to go to work. Ooh, there we go. No, that's not right. I need the pinky to help hold the cup up this early. Yeah, so the cat likes to eat the ends of the spider plant. She didn't get to that one yet, but it's only it's a he. And he also, while he appreciates, oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Well, he appreciates knitted objects, knitted and crocheted objects, I might add. He will eat the yarn if it's available. If it's going from the bag or the ball to your knitting or crocheting, he thinks that is okay to chomp on, which it's not. We're still having discussions about that. We're having negotiations, shall we call it. The negotiations include me putting all the yarn away because, we don't want our yarn to be chomped on. Got a good swig of that, nice and hot. So yesterday was Sunday. That's what happens before Monday. Ooh, the plow's going by. Sorry, stuff happening out there. People walking, snow plow. That's it. That's all that happened. Yesterday was the last Sunday of January, and on the last Sunday of the month, I host or hold, I guess, month ends, which is an opportunity for people to come to my home and just work on finishing things. I have a large basket that has been subject to many previous cat scratches because it's a good basket for that. But it's still a basket, and it's big. It's like that. I'm not kidding. It's that big, and like it's a piece of furniture is what it is. That has cat markings on it, and it's full to the brim with things that need to have the ends woven in, or the neckband sewn down, or buttons sewn on, or something just tiny. So yesterday afternoon, my choice was to work on my rocket tee. Do you remember the rocket tee? I'll hold it up. But since it's not a beginning, well, it was the first official month ends. So, now the neighbor's walking the other way. So exciting. First we walk one way, and then we walk the other way. No dog, just walking. It's weird to walk without a dog. Okay, so here it is. This is inside out. This is the rocket tee, but it looks pretty much the same. Yep, it's completely inside out, but it looks just like this. Remember that? I wore it on my birthday last year, which was May, and it wasn't done. So, I mean, it was done, but the ends weren't woven in, and now it's the end of January. It's January 30th. Holy crap. And I'm still weaving in ends. Well, not still. I picked it up again. So this sleeve, ends are all woven in. The neck, I did all the ends around the neck yesterday. I did all the end of the body. And then I did all of the, so somebody in this house made a bad decision to not carry the strands up the side, but to cut after every stripe. In retrospect, that person is regretting that decision because there are a fuck ton of ends to weave in. So finished weaving those in last yesterday, and then I still have the sleeve to do. This will tell you that there was another sleeve that looked like that, plus the side of the body. But I got all the other, I think I got all the other, oops, except I'm working on this underarm thing right now, which I made a lot of interesting decisions when I was making this sweater. I'm not currently in agreement with myself on at least two of them. Well, one of them. Just one of them. The other one I would have done differently. I didn't, man, that looks huge, but when I tried it on, it fit. Anyway, oops. I have to put the needle on top so I can find it. Here it is. So that's what I was doing yesterday. If you're able to be here, it's the last Sunday of every month from 1:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon, and we are just going to focus on finishing. It is a lot of ends, Diane, and that's like less than a third left. And remember, I wore it on May 23rd for my Zoom with my overalls, my birthday suit, and still going. So it's been in this pile, and I decided that I needed to start actually weaving in ends, so I'd have sweaters and blankets and things, to use. And I had to make an appointment with myself to weave in ends, to which I've, given the other people an opportunity, all y'all, to join me. So no bells were rung. We ring a bell when something gets finished. Like finished. Not like, oh, I just have to weave in the ends, but like finished. And no bells were rung because nothing was finished, but lots of ends were woven in. So that was exciting. Yay me. Pat on the head, gold star. Car. Oh, you can probably see everything going by in my reflection in the window. I don't know. I learned not to put a plastic, here, I'll show you because it's right here, because I'm like, what am I going to do now? Don't put these in the dishwasher or they get a little torqued. Well, I mean, if it had been flat in the dishwasher, it probably might have been fine, but it's definitely still a container, but don't do that. Public service announcement, don't put those in the dishwasher. Did I say the refrigerator? I meant the dishwasher. I do put those in the refrigerator to contain things. Tammy says, it's my policy to weave as I go if I don't carry the strands. Thanks for reminding me why. I understand that there are people like you, Tammy, who weave as they go. I am not one of those people. No judgment either way. Just, I'm not one of those people. The reason I will tell you, the number one reason that I will tell you, is because I often change my mind and make changes, like shorter, longer, I don't know, color, border, something. And if I haven't woven in the strands, then it's easier to do that. Although stripes are not really something that would be affected by many of those things. The actual answer that I wouldn't tell you is that I'm a lazy ass and don't like to weave in ends. I teach a class on weaving in ends. Don't get me wrong. I know how. I have options. I don't know all the ways, but I have options. Do you want to come up here? See that little face right there? Whoop. Oh, there's Mr. Mustache. Look how tiny he is down there on the floor with his little mustache. Yes, well, that is why my to be finished pile is never ending, Tammy. Thanks for reminding me. But now I have a reason to have people come to my house and help me. Or not help me. Good Lord. Hi, welcome to my house. Weave in these ends, will ya? No, they're finishing their own things. Whoop. Teacups are pretty, but they don't hold a lot. So run, do not walk to your nearest Rite Aid and go to the dollar deals. This is just a crappy woven, trivet thingy that is supremely useful. Like, I was going to put them under pots, plant pots, like dead spider plants. Or it could be a handy trivet for when I use my teapot. Don't want to put it, it would be fine on this table. This table is indestructible. Corian. Anyway, 2 of those for $1. I bought 2 packs, and then 6 of those rubber thingies that you can use to open jars or to put under something so it doesn't slide. 6 for $1. 6 for $1. So I got 6 rubber thingies, and they call them foam thingies, and 2 packs of 2 of the woven trivets or woven whatevers. So that was a total of $3 with tax. So that's exciting. Sometimes you have to add. Sometimes it never hurts to check the sale bins. It wasn't even a sale bin. They just have a dollar bin. I used to have a cat. Hi. You want to come up here? Come on. Want me to lift you? Are you a lazy butt? Come here. Oh, you're just out of reach. Oh, here's Mr. Mustache. Look what I have. Thank you, Deb, for making that for me. My color. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. Oh, the trivet. It is. Ah! My microphone got all excited. It is my color. That was the other thing. And so were the trivet, or the grabby things were blue also. So I'm very happy just filling my life with blue these days. Blue and that green. Ziploc has my number. I'll tell you that. So many things on this table. I don't have to go anywhere for a while. I could just work on all these piles. Okay, what time is it? Let's. Is it time? I think it's time. Yeah, that's really all I have for you. Move that out of the way. Oops. Move that out of the way. Oh. And go here. Nope, that's not enough room, Sarah. That's maybe enough room. Ugh! That should be enough room. Okay. Psst, psst, psst. Yes. I told you about the bumper sticker. I need to get a smaller one to put on. Well, there's no more room on my laptop, but that says, tell your cat I said psst, psst, psst. I love it. Okay, 3 shuffles. Oh, my hands hurt today. Why do my hands hurt? Oh, that's what I can tell you. 1, 2. We shuffle 3 times. 3. And we cut the cards. There we go. Okay, before I deal those out, Diane, no. I did not work on my son's blanket because that doesn't just need the ends to be woven in. So to me, month ends is at literally ends, like just the things that I don't want to do at the very end, do those damn things. Excuse me. I've been working on my son's Afghan as my current project, which is a true statement, except, to look me in the eye, it's a true statement that my son's Afghan is my current project. I said that right. And I probably have 1 or 2 more balls of yarn to go. I have like 7 more balls of yarn, but I'm not going to do that many. He got his mousy. He's such a little hunter. Where are you going now? Oh, but I taught my stash busting class, my first stash busting double session this month. It's still January, and inspired myself to, well, Diane, you know, because you were there. There on the Zoom, inspired myself to start 3 projects, clean out 3 different kinds of, not clean out, but, use up 3 different kinds of yarn, one of which I don't know what I'm going to do with yet, but it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever made in my entire life, color-wise. And the other 2 I'm just excited about and trying to finish. One of them really just needs to have 2 little seams sewn and then it's done, although I want to do more than that. And the other one needs to be just finished. And they go quickly, so that's what I was working on, excuse me, last night. So for public disclosure, my son's Afghan is my current project. In reality, I'm charging away. My voice is going away on the stash busting projects. And I, just FYI for all y'all, I have February's stash busting project picked out. It's an original Sarah Peasley hand knitter design. It's a great way to use up little, like, couple yards at a time. So if you have lots of little balls, that's perfect. And if you don't, big balls can be cut into little balls. Oh, okay. I like that statement, actually. Just a little bit aggressive. Here we go. Our first card, the designer. What? There's probably a reason why this one keeps coming up. Move. There. Yeah. Okay, the designer. The designer. It's a messy process. We're drinking tea. We're doing calculations. 53 comes up in my life a lot. No idea what this is supposed to be. I'm assuming that fish is a stitch marker. It's a fish. And then there's some things that are written and scribbled out. More things that are written. Got some tally marks, tick marks, tally marks up there. Who doesn't use tally marks? There's the pen. I still don't know what that is. Maybe it's a stitch marker. That's a notebook. There's the little ribbon that you use for your bookmark. It's not on this page, so there's something else being bookmarked. There's some ends to weave in. Okay, so the designer is in the middle of something, or maybe toward the end. That's pretty big. Hasn't quite figured things out. I don't know. Okay, so the designer is representing. Thanks, Diane. I'm going to have patterns for 2 of them, not the pink one, but the other 2 for you with the class notes as soon as I finish the second project. That's why I'm working away on them. So the designer, to me, represents it represents something I really want to do, which I have been designing for decades, but I do want to write them up as patterns. So this isn't really showing that, but that is what it represents to me, is go ahead and take that next step and publish things. Because I've been doing this with the pen and the book and the scribbling out and the calculator and the tea and the who the hell knows what that is for decades, literally decades. Since I left my corporate job. Was it really a corporate job? Yes, it was. In 2000. And probably before that, I was probably actually making shit up. So that's over 23 years, over 22 years. But in general, it would be pushing yourself to make a thing that hasn't previously been created. How's that? Hoo-hoo. Stockinette is card number 2. Stockinette to me, excuse me, there's a frog. To me, usually represents something simple, although stockinette, if you're working back and forth, requires you to know knit and purl. If you're working in the round, which requires you to know how to join in the round without twisting, if that's what you're supposed to do, then you only know how to knit. Here's a thing. So this is beautiful yarn that's, different colors. This would be a great yarn for the February Stash Buster class. Here's an interesting question. Stockinette stitch or stockinette? They mean the same thing. In patterns, so in case you don't know, I'm also a tech editor of knitting patterns, and crochet and weaving, actually. Rigid Heddle. I don't know where my voice is going. Good thing this is my work day and I'll need it. Most patterns will say stockinette stitch and not stockinette, which I never really thought about. Anyway, the next card, the pom-pom. I feel like we've had this combination before. So the pom-pom can be something frivolous. It can also be a way to use up ends. And it wouldn't apply to February Stash Buster project, but it is another way to use up ends. My friend Myra made pom-poms out of little scraps of yarn, the stuff that you cut off the loom after you're done weaving. So there's a word for that. I think it's thrums, which is also something else. Funny how they are always in order. Well, I make them be in, you mean the cards, Tammy? I make it be a story in order. It's like horoscopes. You can make it be whatever you want it to be, but I'm not sure if you mean anything deeper than that. There was a sentence happening. Editing. Nope, that was before. I don't know. Anyway, when I watch the recording, I'll go, oh yeah, and you never finished that sentence. So, I think I said, it seems like I've gotten this combination before. So maybe it's trying to tell me to pay attention. Do the messy thing to make the pretty thing. Oh, you can't see that I'm pointing. Do the messy thing, the thing that's hard, that you're putting off, that would push you a little bit to make something that's never been made before. I've never said that before. Order of process. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the pom-pom's never been at the beginning, has it? My little, I don't touch the cards between our sessions, and I put them right back in the box with these underneath, and I do 3 shuffles and a cut, and you're right, it works out that way. Now watch, next week the pom-pom will be first. Stretch yourself to do something that hasn't been done before. So that could be finishing a sweater in my case. It could be writing a pattern for publication, which has been done before, but not without pulling teeth, almost literally, in my house. It doesn't have to be crazy complicated. You can rely on the yarn to be the beautiful thing. You don't have to do crazy. It looks like we have stripes going on here. There's stitch markers, so we're keeping track of something. There's a little appendage here. I don't know. Doesn't have to be crazy. It can just be very simple, and then you can add your own spark of creativity if you want to floof it up. I haven't had enough tea, but that's what I'm saying. Make something that hasn't been made before. So if that means taking a simple hat pattern and putting a pom-pom on it that previously didn't have a pom-pom, there you go. You've made it your own. Um, and that combination has never existed before. Most of the things we knit or crochet or weave have never been made before because maybe no one picked that yarn or that size or made that tweak or left off the pocket or where's my, oh, I don't have a mouse. Duh. I'm on the laptop. Um, Maybe you're simple, like, oh, I'm not a very good knitter, but maybe I'll even buy this faux fur pom pom or make a pom pom by, wrapping around my checkbook, which I mentioned before is how I used to make pom poms. um, Maybe here we'll do this so we can still look. Ha. Did you know I could do that too? Let's see. Can I move that over here? I can. Okay. There. Um words. Yeah. Even the simple things you make have probably never actually existed before, and you are creating them. I mean, literally everything you make has never been there before you've made it. But that's kind of exciting to think about. I bet no one's ever put Lipton tea into that teacup before. Lipton tea that they bought at the Rite Aid when they bought their dollar trivets and dollar foamy things. Fancy schmancy, that's me. Okay, I am going to end this right now, and I have an hour and a half before I have to leave for work. So let's see what trouble I can get into. I'm already dressed. I have not yet eaten breakfast, so that'll happen. I don't know. You don't, yep. Well, you can design. Tammy says, I quit thinking I could design. It seems I don't design easy things. And sometimes it doesn't turn out to be what we were shooting for. And sometimes we learn a lot along the way, even if we don't get, even if it goes in the month ends pile, we've probably still learned something and made something. And sometimes you go back and make something else out of it, right? Happy bubble wrap day. Tammy, I thought of you. Where was I? Oh, I was at the grocery store. Well, the local big box store, and Meijer, for those of you who care and who are interested. And I went to the book section, which was the other corner that I never go to because I don't know what I was. And well, I know what I was. I feel like I should go over here. There we go. Um, I caught sight of the calendars. Now it's the middle to end of January, so they should be on sale, right? But they weren't on sale. I'm like, what the heck? Maybe in February they'll go on sale. But when I took Stash in for his new patient vet appointment, the vet was like, "Oh, you know what the best cat toy is a page a day calendar. You just rip it off and crumble it up and throw it at the cat, and it's the best thing ever." So I'm like, "Ooh, they should be on sale. I could get a page a day calendar." Which I'm not going to do because so far the other toy she told me to get him, he doesn't care about. So I'm not going to put money into anymore. He likes the little mousies. We're good with that. Um, he's snoozing over there by the door. Hold on, I'll get it. So I saw the calendars, and one of them was whatever national day it is. So I thought of you because you always put up a post about it's happy, chocolate day, or I don't know, wear your underwear inside out day. I just made that up. But, do we have a national wear your underwear inside out day? I don't know. Maybe there should be. Anyway, Tammy's always posting about the happy whatever day, and there's some interesting whatever days. So I didn't buy the calendar because you are my calendar for that, Tammy. I'm going to end the stream. I still cannot figure out how to end it when I want to end it because I'm in two things. There's the studio where I'm actually like I can see myself in real time, and then there's YouTube, which is on a delay. So if I end here, I don't want to cut out there, and if I end, I don't know. So I'm going to stop streaming here. so it might cut out early.